Friends, in this video, I want to illustrate that universalism ties a lot of things together. All right, we'll kind of go there. But last night at the Guys Book Club, we reviewed The Demon of Unrest by Erik Larson. And I made the point that this author has a better understanding of our human condition, our human nature, than any licensed psychologist, psychiatrist I've ever known. And, you know, it's just the study of history, our human nature, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. So what I want to do is go through the New York Styles magazine, The Greats. This is from last weekend, and see if we can tie a lot of things together, all right? Jonathan, all right? And what we're going to do is just look at some captions, some quotes. So this is a fashion designer who says, if you really want to push boundaries of clothing, says Jonathan Anderson, you have to be a bit obsessive. Well, that's true. You don't have to be labeled as having obsessive compulsive disorder, but yeah, you got to be pretty focused. And he has done a lot of creative, boundary breaking fashion design. That's good. Lorna. Throughout her genre-bending career, the artist Lorna Simpson has always made marginalization a source of power. The word marginalization. If we're honest with ourselves, we have all felt marginalized at some point in our lives. Okay? And so she creates wonderful art through this suffering that she did not choose. She didn't choose to be marginalized, but yet she comes up with great art. Theaster Gates. Here he is photographed in a Chicago studio in 2024. And it's amazing, the range of his stuff. And, you know, they say that he's one of the true multidisciplinary artists out there today. He can do a bit of everything. Then we go to this wonderful artist, musician Florence Welch. And just look at this caption in the introduction to this article, The Misunderstood. Again, all of us human beings are misunderstood at some point in our lives. For nearly 2 decades, Florence Welch's songs have offered a mythic view not only of pop music, but of the glories and rages of being a feminist artist today. I started listening to her music when our daughter Shannon introduced me to her. I think it's great. Prophetess. I mean, just harp of sighs. Just the captions capture a spirituality, a universalism in these amazing artists. And then here, back to Theaster. More than any other artist working today, Theaster Gates, ceramist, urbanist, archivist, sculptor, has earned the title multidisciplinary. And then here to more feature articles. You can't miss it, why the quintessential American art is found in the yard. I like to do a lot of things on urban art. Now these are art pieces that you might have to go into someone's backyard to see. And some might view this as kind of kitschy. Others would say, wow, this is very creative and colorful, and, you know, each to his own. And we've all heard the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, that's true in terms of love stories and in terms of what we either like or dislike in art. Then we get to another one, daddy issues. The best compliment a man, famous or not, gay or straight, old or not so old, can receive today is being called a daddy. But who qualifies? I would argue that all human beings qualify. That is, we're all, God creates us all with a fathering, a mothering instinct. And I just have so many stories of that. And whether you're parenting adopted children, pets, it doesn't matter. We all have that instinct built into us. And then here, cakes. Soft power. Cakes have long been a tool of protest. A new generation of bakers are reviving an old tradition. So just a great story of art through cooking. And I'll do this one in more detail later, art therapy.